Alright, I would do folks. Your bull. Marco's only 205 numbers after the name. Games beat, man. Game number, I think, Cinco of the year, 5 of the year, man. If I'm right on that. If not, you'll know by the episode number that was incorrect. But it's all good, though, baby. Baby. Stardew Valley, man. I love this game. I love this game. I love everything about this game. Growing up, Harvest Moon was one of my favorite games. I didn't actually, I never had the Super Nintendo one. I always wanted to kind of play it. I always thought that like the Super Nintendo was actually better than the N64. I mean, without playing it, but I like the graphical style of it a little bit more, and I thought that there might have been like more things to do in it. But I had the N64 one, and I played the GameCube one as well. And that's kind of it. I always wanted to play like Friends of Mineral Town stuff with the Game Boy Advance, but they were always like type expensive when they came out. Even like I remember the 64 Harvest Moon was like type expensive when it came out. And I was like, damn, like word, like not soon. Okay, I feel y'all putting this in work over here. So when I heard about Stardew Valley last year, it came out of PC, and I was like, this is like Harvest Moon, but like better. What? It really is like Harvest Moon times, I don't know, like 10. Like it's like here's what like Harvest Moon did, and we're just gonna do it like 1,000 times better. And I got it on the Xbox One, so it already had like the new maps and whatnot, and it had a ton of like already additional stuff from that first major patch that was put through from the initial PC release, man. And this is we're in year I think 2 here, year 2, like the spring. I kind of played till the 3rd year, and that's when I consider it kind of beaten. I got like the community center stuff, like I think it was like one fish I still needed to get, but for the most part I was kind of done, and I still like occasionally pop it in and check it out and whatnot. But I had that during Christmas, kind of my Christmas break game. During Christmas break, I just played this like non-stop. My Christmas break, I just didn't go to work like on Christmas Day. That's kind of like what the break was. But I really just like kind of dug into this game and put in work, man, and it was real cool, man. Everything was like cool about it, all the stuff you could create, all the different crops. I first started off with the crops. Like I love the diversity of the crops, and then as you can see, I ended up decorating over here. I picked my boy my cat Fleece. You get to like kind of an RPG style, upgrade your skills and stuff, and learn new things to build, which is pretty awesome. There's a mine where you can put in a ton of work at, and then there's a whole like other desert area you could unlock. There's a bunch of like stuff that you could do. Having said that though, I mean there's a ton of stuff. There's no doubt about that, right? Like you get horse, you get all sorts of animals, got a demon chicken, I got everything. You know what I'm saying? A ton of stuff. But the only drawback is that I feel that it's still not even enough, and it's very difficult for me to like say that because there is a lot in this game, and ultimately I'm gonna give this an 8.5. The main problem with me with Harvest Moon was you got to a certain point where that was kind of it. Like you were done. Like you keep doing, you keep playing, but you got the wife, you got the kid, stuff like that. And there's still stuff that I haven't done in this game. Like I haven't like married any girls yet, anything like that. I haven't done that. I'm in a kid, like I haven't done all that stuff. So there is still things for me to do. But I feel like the main baseline of the community center, unlocking the mine, stuff like that, is kind of on the right. Like it's kind of over. And I did a really good job also of not looking anything up. I feel it's very important that when you play a game like this, don't go and like follow like any guideline or walkthrough. And there's not really like a walkthrough per se I have to do because you're kind of doing whatever you want. But something that kind of tells you like, hey, X, Y, and Z happens because of that and that. Figure it out. Like a lot of the fun in this game is figuring things out and trying to piece things together as how they might work and how they might not work, and figuring out what like the favorite gift is for people, and like looking at stuff and being like, I don't understand how this is like that. And I feel like this game did a very good job balancing out. Where Harvest Moon, it was also just like I remember Harvest Moon, I printed out guides because I didn't know. Like I was like, I don't know how to do all this. Like this is crazy. Like how do I get that stuff to happen? Because it was so rare, it just didn't make any sense. And it was pre-internet age too, so it was very difficult to even find things out when you did. So there was a lot of mysterious stuff in Harvest Moon that I felt were like a little bit unfair. I feel Stardew Valley does a good job of making that kind of stuff fair, where it gives you some, cryptic kind of things, but you can figure it out. You can piece it together, and you can kind of be like, oh, okay, so that's like that, and that's this. All right, so to get past this guy, I need to do X, Y, and Z, and I could do that, and the mines like this is that, and I could upgrade and all that stuff. I feel like it does a very good job of explaining all that to you, whereas Harvest Moon didn't. And there's definitely just an enormous amount of content in this game that wasn't in the previous game. Like it enormous, or in the previous game, in a Harvest Moon game. My apologies. Gigantic. Sadly though, I still want more. I end up getting an 8.5 out of 10 because I feel that there is the end to the game. Now, what's cool about it is you can go back and start again. You can do things differently, so you could make it in turn last forever. But with so many games out right now, which is such a first world problem, this is too much on my mind for me to keep playing Stardew Valley. So overall, man, great game. If you haven't played it, definitely seep some time into it, man. You get it right now, Xbox One, PS4, and PC as well. Your boy Marcos, man. We outie. Saw that mayonnaise, dog. Make cash. Guap.